Cody, you into boxing or bare knuckle fighting or UFC or any of that
Combat
stuff?
sports?
Oh, not at all.
No, that's
No,
something I thought would be up your alley.
No, I'm a big professional wrestling fan.
Yes.
So a little adjacent, but I absolutely hate boxing and any kind of fighting whatsoever.
Mount Rushmore of professional wrestlers.
God, well, Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Yeah.
obviously. From The Undertaker,
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels.
Ooh, you love all them Texas boys.
Oh yeah, all three, and then probably Ric Flair. I mean, just for
See,
legendary.
I would have said like Hulk Hogan, but I hate Hulk Hogan. So I can't. It's hard to pick him, but you have to. The People's Champ, The Rock, was in the '90s. Maybe you were a little young for that, but he was the biggest thing I'd ever seen in wrestling ever. And I was at WrestleMania 1.
The Rock was, I mean, I caught kind of the tail end of the whole, Attitude Era, as they say. So The Rock was still very pivotal.
And now we got Ric Flair just walking around Tampa pooping his pants everywhere.
Yeah.
So he's kind of tarnishing his image.
Cody, if you come to Tampa, I can take you down and hang out with Ric Flair.
Yeah, in a second.
He sits at the same bar every single day and just sits there all day and drinks and hangs out with
You
people.
can probably convince him that you guys tag teamed at one point. He wouldn't know the difference.
That is now becoming a little bit more convincing for me to get down to Tampa. To hang out with a poop-covered Ric Flair.
Drunk, too.
I mean, it's basically a dream of mine.
We called him. There was a story that I don't know if you saw it, but that he was clubs or bars were saying that he was pooping his pants and leaving it in the bar. So we called him, but I can't put somebody on the air without their permission, so we have to call him off the air first. So Carmen called him, and he wanted Carmen like $30,000 to come on the air with us.
Yeah.
He was like, we had to pay him to put him on the air. We were like, hey, buddy, you just pooped your pants in South Tampa. We don't have to pay anybody.
Yeah. To be fair, he probably needs the $30,000. I mean, if you're pooping your pants in a bar, you got to try to get money however you can get it.
I understand he needs the money.
Everybody in Tampa has a picture with Ric Flair. He's there every day.
Yeah, like I wouldn't. If you said to me he was over there, I wouldn't cross the street to go see him.
I think it's a lot like that Tampa postcard wall. You get a picture of that, and you get a picture of Ric Flair to prove you were in Tampa.
It's like when you go to Hawaii and they give you the lay.
Yeah.
They just sit you. Yeah, they just sit you next to a poop covered Ric Flair.
So not into combat sports, into professional wrestling. Still watch the professional wrestling.
Not as much anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to really get into it. No, there's not really any cool characters, like there used to be.
I like to see highlights. Like I saw Seth Rollins came back the other day, but I'm not watching the show. But I do like to keep kind of up with it a little bit.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't have the grittiness that I miss.
That whole '90s Attitude Era was the best.
Oh, so good. That, and then even a little bit after that was real good with like Batista, Triple H, all them kind of taking over Brock Lesnar. And then it just downhill.
Batista, he's another guy you may run into if you're in Tampa, but not pooping his pants.
No,
in great.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the type to poop himself.
No, he's been in the studio a couple of times. He's a great guy.
What are your thoughts on Titus O'Neil?
Who is Titus O'Neil?
Exactly. Perfect.
I mean, the name kind of sounds familiar, but I don't really know. Does he play for the Buccaneers?
Then you're not a real fan.
I'll tell you right now. I'm going to tell you, and then you're going to go, oh, okay. His only famous move is when he was at the Royal Rumble and he ran down and he tripped and he went under the mat.
Yeah, I do know Titus O'Neil.
See, I tell Titus O'Neil, they tease me, they say he's the king of Tampa, and then I need to bow to him. And
he took your car.
He did take my car. He came to my house one day, looked at my son's car, and he said, I like that car. He now owns that car. So they're saying I'm kind of Titus's bitch. And he gets invited to all of the sporting events. He gets invited to all, like he's on the field with a field pass all the time. And I tell him, I'm like, you've done nothing. You were a mediocre college football player, and your biggest move in wrestling was falling under the mat. And people try to argue that point, except you just proved it's true. You didn't know who he was until I said the guy who fell under the mat.
Yeah, no, I mean that's insane.
Yeah, see,
that makes no sense whatsoever.
I mean, he is also one of the most charitable human beings I've ever met, and one of the sweetest, nicest guys ever in the entire world.
But besides that,
and I would do anything for him if he needed anything. But I just don't like that he's the king of Tampa Bay. It makes me very jealous.
any event, he's the first to ask if they need somebody.
Yeah, like
Any event.
he's not spicing up an event anymore. He's too overused.
Nah, he's
too
everywhere,
overused.
man. Like that's what they want. He's a Tampa icon, legend.
Yeah, he's like the San Diego chicken or something or whatever it was. Remember that mascot?
Yeah. That's what he
That
is. He's
thing
a
was
mascot.
everywhere.
He's a
Mascot of Tampa
mascot.
Bay?
He's
All
a
right.
mascot. That's
Yeah.
what he is.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the king of Tampa Bay at all, but I mean, I feel like I should be in the caliber of the same conversations as Titus.
Yeah, I mean, he always gets the invite, and I said he walked in here and left with a car.
He did.
He said, "I want that car," and
he owns
like
the car
2 days
now.
later, he owned the car.
Yeah. The best.
Who would be the king of Tampa then? Baker?
I mean, Baker's pretty. He's not
Mike Evans?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when it
Baker's
comes,
still new. He's only been here a couple years. Evans
right.
has
I
been
mean,
here
Tampa
a little
loves Baker, but Evans is our guy.
quick. Yeah, he's
Evans
he's
been
probably
there
gonna leave.
forever.
He's
Yeah.
about to leave.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, just let the guy retire, with the Buccaneers.
He's
I
a
don't
Texas
get
guy
it.
too. They say he could go to the Texans.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
good luck with that.
I'm hearing Buffalo Bills now.
Bills, yeah.
and, a couple of things.
Well,
that
that's
really-
going to be a disaster as well.
Yep. He's got to know. I mean, I don't know. If you go to Buffalo Bills and now you're freezing your balls off and you think it's because you're chasing a championship and you don't get that championship, you got to kick yourself in the ass for the next 3 years.
Yeah, but when you're
They're
getting
never going to win one.
No.
but if you get $30 million to go do it, I think you're all right with
And
that.
you already have
That's
a Super
true.
Bowl ring.
Yeah, you already got a ring.
Yeah. It's not so bad.
I'd live in Buffalo for $30 million. Probably not much less than that, though, to be honest. Yeah.
Listen, I know we talk about this every other week or so, but we have 34 days until Calta Cruise 19. And then Calta Cruise 20, which is going to be a year away, a year and 30-something days away. I would like you to go on that one because I think we're gonna bring old school friends, and then I'm hoping Bobby Kelly will come on that one. I would like to see if Lynn Koplitz wants to come. I want April Macy to come. I want friends of the show to come.
I can try and get Ric Flair to pick you up at the airport.
Yeah, we probably could arrange for that.
Oh, I don't trust that for 1 second. Like he driving?
Sure.
Oh, no.
I don't know if he has a driver's license
What's
anymore.
this Magoo?
Do you want to meet the guy or not? What are we talking?
Magoo.
I mean, sorta.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's that's wild. Jeez, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that cruise, but I am. It is in the back of my mind.
Hold out for a balcony, Cody.
What be more to entice you to go? Like there'll be
if
girls
it
there,
was-
there'll be alcohol, there'll be comedians, there'll be us.
If
None
it
of
was like 10 or 15 miles away,
Yeah, I heard you talk about when you were interviewing a lovely girl, and she mentioned you were a Sagittarius, and you were like,
yeah.
I don't believe in any of that stuff, and she said, but let me tell you some of the things about you, and one of the things was likes to travel, and Cody goes, well, I got you right there. I'll tell you that's garbage.
That's how you know all that stuff is just a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
But no, I hate traveling. I hate it. Probably more than anything.
Hate it from a fat guy perspective, like it's uncomfortable, or you just don't like to be away from home.
I don't like to be away from home.
Like,
you
I
know?
don't like
I'm
to- I don't
very
like-
turtle-like.
I don't like to fly a lot because it's not fat guy friendly to fly, but I usually just jump in first class and I'm like, all right, I'll take care of it. But Titus usually buys the ticket for me. No, but I'm just saying. But I mean, don't you have a desire to kind of see what else is out there? I mean,
No.
when you came back from Rogan's thing, were you like, oh, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I got out there.
Well, yeah, I don't really consider Austin to be that much of a travel. I mean, it's like a 5-hour drive.
It's more than 15 miles.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, aside from the Rogan thing, I hated every second of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Austin is one of the worst cities, I think, in the country.
Really?
So-
Everybody's moving there. Everybody seems to love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good for them, I guess, but
Yeah.
it is not a great place to be
All right.
whatsoever. Yeah. But, I have everything I need here. Why go somewhere else?
I understand.
What if Cody gets on the cruise? He's stuck with us for like 4 days and realize I don't like these people at all.
Or we could become best friends.
Yeah. You got a 50-50 chance?
I wouldn't say 50-50, but it is, there's a chance of anything, I suppose. So there's no chance of me leaving this ship within the 4 days.
Well, you get
Oh,
on.
yeah.
You
We
get
get 2
on
stops.
Thursday. You get on Thursday. Then you have a stop the next day. Then a stop the next day. Then a day at sea, and you're home.
Where are these stops at?
One's in
Continental U.S.
Yeah, no. One is in the Bahamas, and the other one is in I don't know where.
It's like a resort.
Yeah, they're like private islands that they have.
There's-
But you also have the choice of not getting off the boat either. Like when I go to the Bahamas, I've been there so many times. There's nothing more for me to do there. I just stay on the boat.
And Cody didn't like to drink. You don't drink, right?
I don't drink. No,
So, a lot of
I like
drinkers.
it way too much. So.
Yeah.
I could see why you want Cody to go. He sounds like a party.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest, this is going to be very boring for everyone if I'm there.
We'll just have you set up on a chair like somewhere, and they can come by and look at you like some sort of zoo animal or something.
That's probably my like what I offer the world the most.
Right.
Yeah.
Cody
Is
could
for
be in a
me to just
wheelchair
be
for all we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not far from it if I'm just being honest, but I give it a couple more years.
Yeah.
I'll be on a rascal for sure.
I
But,
always try to convince Mike to get one of those mobility scooters to get around. They're great.
Oh, no.
I mean, actually, not a bad idea. Seems fun.
He wants me to rent one at Disney World. I can walk in Disney World.
Yeah,
I'm fine
it's
on
way
that.
better just to ride.
Yeah, I'm sure it's more fun to ride, but you've given in at that point. You're like, it's over.
Yeah, that is that's given up as much as you can, as much as one can give up.
You can go to there's so many things in Tampa that you wouldn't want to do that you can do if you were here. Busch Gardens is here.
I met Marilyn Manson at Busch Gardens.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I was a little kid.
Here in Tampa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, we used to go to Sanibel Island a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
And one day we did like a day trip to Tampa to Busch Gardens. And this is probably like 2001 maybe.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, 2001. And Marilyn Manson was there.
Was he getting bombarded by people, or did just a couple of people recognize him?
He was ripping
mostly.
tickets.
I mean, Marilyn Manson. This is like when he was Public Enemy #1,
Right.
Post Columbine and all that business. But I was obsessed with him. I thought he was like the craziest person on the planet, which is weird for a 7-8-year-old.
Right.
But,
You want to hear
it was wild.
a story that combines Marilyn Manson and wrestling? I went to go see.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Go ahead.
I went to go see Marilyn Manson, me and my wife, who was just my girlfriend at the time, with Randy Savage and his girlfriend at the time, and we went backstage and we met Marilyn Manson. And at the time, nobody had iPhones yet. We were all using those disposable Kodak digital. Those disposable cameras where you take the whole camera in and they develop it.
Yeah.
So I took a picture of Marilyn Manson, and the next day I got a call from Randy Savage. I go, hey. He's like, bad news. And I go, what's happening? He goes, your picture with Marilyn Manson didn't come out. And I go, oh, that stinks. And I go, no big deal. He goes, kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. It's a guy. All right. Well, I don't want you to rub it in on it, but yeah, that is one of my. I have very vivid memories of every phone call that I've ever had with Randy Savage, because they all go the same. I invited him to my wedding, and he called to tell me he couldn't come to the wedding, and I go, okay, no, it's okay. And he goes, is it? And I go, yeah, it is. It is. It is. I'm not going to fight over it. Just, you can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah.
All right. Cody Tucker, you could follow him on Instagram and see what he does. He gives you some information on everything from Hollywood to history, and we learn a little from Cody every week. What do you got for us this week?
I got a couple baseball ones.
All right. I like baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. So, in 1953, August Busch, the chairman of Anheuser-Busch, purchased the MLB team, the St. Louis Cardinals. One of his first orders of business was to rename the team's stadium. He wanted to name the stadium Budweiser Park, but the MLB commissioner, Ford Frick, rejected it because at the time, the league had a strict rule against naming stadiums after anything related to alcohol. So August Busch decided to make a little loophole for himself, named the stadium after himself and call it Busch Stadium, and then created the beer, Busch Beer, shortly afterwards, which would then become the 6th highest selling beer in America.
That's pretty smart. You
The
just
old
flip it
workaround. Yeah.
What is the big difference between Busch and Bud? Is there?
I could not. Budweiser's a little heavy, Budweiser's like a sandwich in a can.
Yeah.
Similar to Bud Light, though.
Bush is.
Well,
Yeah.
It's all
I was going to say it's probably the label.
Yeah, those domestic beers, like the light beers, they're kind of all pretty close.
Okay.
I think a blind taste test, I'm not going to be able to tell much of a difference. I was always a natural light fella myself. You know, knock down a 2 18-packs and be ready to roll.
Oh, you're going to love the cruise.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, you're going to love the cruise.
Yeah. I got another baseball one.
Yeah, go ahead. What else you got?
All right, so in 1965, the Kansas City Athletics owner Charlie Finley was looking for a way to boost attendance, so he came up with a publicity stunt that he figured would do the trick. He hired the then 59-year-old baseball legend Satchel Paige to a one-day contract to have him pitch a few innings against the Boston Red Sox. This would make him the oldest player in MLB history, having turned pro back in 1926.
Wow.
Everyone thought it was a joke that this nearly 60-year-old man was going to be pitching in an actual game, including the A's owner, who had a rocking chair and a nurse put in the bullpen. Well, Satchel Paige had other ideas. He proceeded to take the mound and pitch 3 scoreless innings, allowing only 1 base hit from Carl Yastrzemski.
That's amazing. That's great. Ford Frick was the guy that Harrison Ford played in the Jackie Robinson movie.
Yeah, I believe so. Right? I think.
Yeah, he's the commissioner. I just didn't think it was that. I didn't think the Bush thing was that old. Great movie. Little uncomfortable to watch.
Oh yeah, especially when Steve the Pirate starts yelling.
Steve the Pirate's yelling the N-word at him a bunch of times. That gets a little crazy.
Yeah, I went to see 12 Years a Slave when it came out, and I felt very uncomfortable in that theater.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because that's why I didn't see Django, because I didn't want to see 12 Years a Slave, and people just getting whipped and being I was like, no, and then these guys told me, like, no, you don't understand. Django's great, and I think it's one of my favorite movies now.
Django's awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
Django's a different kind of experience because, he actually gets the revenge.
Yeah.
12 Years a Slave, there is not a whole lot of that going on.
No, that's the thing.
It's a really good movie,
funny, though.
It's rough to watch.
Well, it's also funny that in that movie, out of all the, obviously all the white people in the movie are just horrible people because they're slave owners and whatnot, except Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is this Canadian fellow who's enlightened and thinks slavery's horrible. He was the producer of the movie. Yeah. So it's like, oh, what a shock. You put yourself the one nice guy.
I don't look bad.
All right. Well, you heard it. Cody Tucker locked in for Calta Cruise 20.
Oh, is that what happened?
I did not hear that.
Think positive. Yeah. Think positive. We got plenty of time for you to back out.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's most likely what'll happen.
I'll tell you what. I want you to think about it and then think of something that may entice you. And you say, well, it'd be good if you guys were doing this, or I happen to love karaoke. Is there a karaoke night? And I go, well, yes, Cody, there happens to be a karaoke night. It's something that piques your interest.
Huh.
You can think about it.
I'll think, yeah. I mean, there's not a whole lot. I'm not really interested in a lot of things.
I know. I think that might be part of the problem. We may need to broaden your horizons.
I think if the cruise is in Cody's backyard, I don't know that he'd come out of the house.
Yeah.
If we leave from Texas.
If it was, land, if it was on land and not on a cruise ship, I'd probably go. And if it was like down the street.
All right. Well, I mean, we're making small baby steps.
Yeah.
Follow Cody on Instagram at the Cody Tucker Show. We collabed on our first video last week.
Yes.
I
know.
I feel like I want to do that because I like to post your videos and stuff, but I don't want you to feel like I'm pressuring you into doing that. I don't know if that's a negative or not for you. I don't know how that works because the radio station tries to do that with me all the time. They're constantly trying to collab. I'm like, all right, I gave you one. That's good enough.
No, you should do that as much as you want. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, because that conversation on whether we were walruses or McChubs or whatever we decided we were called was pretty good. So it's up on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show and at the Cody Tucker Show. You can go take a look at both of them and follow Cody. Cody, thank you. We will talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good.
All right, buddy.
See y'all then.
There you go, Cody Tucker, everybody.